And now we have the brothers Karasamov. So I'm just gonna say something beforehand that this is not a deep understanding of this book. I only read it one time in 2 months. Just wanted to intake all of it that was happening. I probably missed a lot of the deep internal context of the book. I read it like a story. I was not analyzing everything. And if you want a deep understanding of it, go read it yourself so you can grow, or like you have a mind too, nigga. Nonetheless, first I just want to talk about the three brothers. We have Dimitri, which is a part of his pops, to say the least. He is a crazy individual. I don't know how to put this into short words because he yapped a lot. This nigga was out here yapping a lot. And it was not intelligent yaps. It was not yaps that you could like, that has substance. It was yaps about him being a cook. One of the most interesting passages that I saw him say was about Grujeska. I don't know her name. Let's call her, even call her that demonic woman, something like that. Let's call her Grusheka. Wait, let me look it up before, so niggas know who I'm talking about. No. Where are the characters here? Also, this is not a place for your dopamine, for me to hit you with dopamine back shots, and you can be entertained the whole ride through. This is Benji's understanding of it, and through his own understanding, he will give his opinion on it. You feel what I'm saying? So I have the list of characters here. Who's the character that I'm going to talk about? What's Shorty name? Shorty name is... Damn, where is she? Oh, she's right here. Oh, it's right here. I'm tripping. Her name is, let's just call her Kata. Katerina Ivana? No. That's Katerina Ivana. That's his first shorty. Boom, 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 boom. Are these two different people? Smart, but Grusha. Let's call her Grusha. Damn, that took a while. Well, what I told you, this is not a place for me to give you dopamine back shots, okay? This is a place where you could just sit back and I could express my feelings on this book. But the main part of Dimitri was him saying that he fell in love so deeply with that woman. And the main story of this book is he fell so deeply in love with this woman. But guess who also fell so deeply in love with this woman? Pops. Pops fell so deeply in love with that woman. Let's not go with Pops. No. First, we start with Dimitri. I want to talk about Dimitri. There's three brothers first. I'm going to talk about the good, the flaws, and then we go to Pops, okay? He fell in love with this woman, and he was obsessed with this woman. This woman was Grushka. I don't know her name. Grushka shorty. Not only did she not care for him, did she not care for his father either. She was using both of them, and she cared for her ex who did her dirty. And that's most women nowadays. They just, once a nigga does her dirty, she feels a lot of pain, and she doesn't care about others. She just care about how much pain she suffered from this shorty, right? But Dimitri was so in love with this woman, and so him and Pops had beef. Not only did they have beef over her, they have money beef. Apparently, Dimitri did not receive his 3,000 Russian money from Pops. He feels like Pop did him dirty. But that's just him. Dimitri said in the passage, I don't care if she's with another guy. I want to be with her. He didn't say this word for word. This is just my explanation of it. But I will be in another house close by, even if she has another man, because I love her so much. He will be a cuck for her. He loved this woman. The whole book is him acting crazy over this woman, obsessed over this woman, insane over this woman. To the fact that he would stay up at a house just washing out, just scared because he thought Grushka was gonna go to Pops. He was insane. He was broke. When he had money, he would spend it all on a drunk tar. Just like Pops. Pops was a drunk tar too, and he loved. That's the similarities between Pops and Dimitri. Pops comes at the end. Now let's talk about Ivan. Ivan is the intellectual individual in this aspect. Now Ivan's story is a little bit more different than his. He likes Katerina Ivana. He likes her, who is Dimitri's wife at that point. But Dimitri does not like this individual, right? He likes Grushka. So this is the main beef. Katerina wants Dimitri, but Dimitri wants Grushka. Grushka does not want Dimitri, nor Pops. Ivan likes Dimitri. No, Ivan likes Katerina Ivana, but Katerina Ivana does not like him. You feel what I'm saying? And then we have Alyosha. He comes last. So the whole thing for him at the beginning was him being an intellectual giant, I guess. Very intelligent individual. He denied religion. This book, a lot of characters deny religion. I feel like religion is looked at in a bad way here. Not from the fathers at the Orthodox place, but at the ending, it was, as me, as the individual reading, I kind of felt a bad way about it, to say the least. But nonetheless, Ivan wrote a book saying how the church and state should not disappear or something like that. And he also said that God, he doesn't believe in God, basically. He does not believe in God. Now, if you wanted a deep understanding of this book, you came to the wrong place. I'm going to keep saying it. Now we have Alyosha. Let me say how Ivan was so good to the story when it comes to Pop, the connection between him and Pops. He don't really care about Pops, but he embodies Pops to the fullest of it. His basically doing anything he only cares for himself, really. That's the main part. He cares for himself and he likes women. He acts in a very I'm that nigga type of way, basically, just like Pops did. Now let's go to Alexis, which is the character that, as I first started reading this book, I thought he was going to be like a good, strong, yes, like a good moral character. He's going to be here. He's going to give the right answer every time. This nigga had no answers. This nigga just was. He went. He existed through every dialogue, and he gave nothing of substance but his own opinion. And his opinion was not that strong either. So basically, he was getting bitched around everywhere he went, except with one part, which I loved him dearly for this. He embodied Pops because even though he doesn't believe in God, he's a monk. He has this love for the father Susima, who is a great character in this book. He has this love for this character Susima. I don't know his name, actually. Sosima is his name, actually. And he embodies Pop because Pop, even though he's this horrible individual, drunk tar that didn't care for his children at all, he still wanted to believe in God. That's what I felt from reading this book. I feel like he still wanted to believe in God, but there was reasons why he couldn't believe in God. Like that story where he said, like, the demons will come and, like, pick you up with something. And he's like, well, who made that? You telling me there's manufactories in hell, right? That type of thought process, which is why he doesn't believe in God, and he chooses to be like a self-indulgent, sinful individual within himself, for he cares only for himself, to paint the picture right. Now, this is the connection between him and Alyosha, is that Alyosha has that love for God that Fyodor had in small parts. Every Pops, every children of Pops embodies Fyodor. Even Smerkadov embodies Fyodor, who is the guy who killed him. But that's getting sidetracked. How do I want to proceed with this? Now, first of all, I just want to say this story is beautiful. The main parts that I love dearly was the dialogue, the conversation between the characters. The main conversation that truly was beautiful for me was where it was Father Susima, Ivan, Alexis, Fyodor, and this other nigga called, I don't know his name. I actually don't know his name. I told you this is Masibo, who took care of Dimitri at the beginning. That conversation, oh dear Lord, it was so majestic to me. I was at awe. I was like, what is going on? What is going on in this book? What are these niggas yapping about? What do you mean, Ivan, don't separate the church from state? What do you mean by that? What do you mean that God once God is dead, so basically everything that you can do, everything you can do it basically. To say it in the fewer words possible. This is a philosophy book, and I'm not that philosopher of a person, and I can't articulate myself in a good way. Nonetheless, that conversation was so beautiful for me. It was like, oh, and seeing that ending when like Dimitri came in because Pops told him to come in 30 minutes later, and that whole thing where they were talking about uh how 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 Pops and Dimitri like the same girl and the problem with the money, right? And when Father Sosima, after hearing all that bullshit, just laid down and prayed for him. Seeing how all the characters took that, basically meaning that something bad was gonna happen, even better, even better. So beautiful. That moment was priceless for me as an individual. This is my first ever novel that I've ever read. Ever novel. So, yeah, it was very nice for me. Next is the conversation between Rakitli, what should we call this nigga? What should we call this nigga? Rakitli, Misha. Let's call him Misha. Because I was confused. They hit me with that, and I was lost. I was like, what the, what? What is this, right? And then they hit me with it. They brought Rackling, and they hit me with so much more. They're swinging on me. And I'm like, no way, this is true. This nigga has to be lying. He wasn't, though. That's the point. He was so, like, he was like, he was just going, and I'm like, I don't believe this. Like, I'm siding with Alosha, because Alosha is like, how do you know this? This is not true. And it has this such deep conversation, and he's just going in on every character and saying the whole plot of the story he tells right there and how things are gonna proceed. Mm. Mm, 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 mm. Yeah, yeah. I really like that. I really like that part. I can go deep with it because like I read this 2 months ago, and I kind of forgot most of the things. This is just showing my love for it. I love the conversations in this show. I'm just gonna point out the main parts that I really like and keep it pushing, you know? What's next after that? Okay, one of the main things that happens here, now that we set up the beef between all the characters, we have Ivan, Alyosha, and uh, Pops and Smerpadov all at the house, and they just keep talking about God, right? They having this conversation, everything's possible, you can do everything, right? Blah, 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 blah. And apparently, for some reason, I don't know why, I kind of forgot, Dimitri comes in and he tries to kill Pops. he kills her. He's like, where are you, Grushka? Because he thought that Grushka was there. So it goes to show how crazy Dimitri was. Kind of missed a part there. But let's talk about the other characters. The other great conversations that I had. Now, Alyosha here was used as basically a bird. The characters will send him to talk to other characters. And from him, we'll understand the characters, I guess. The new characters. First, his conversation with Katerina Urbana. He goes over there. They have this deep conversation, right? Deep conversation. That whole thing, that girl's insane, right? I'm skipping some parts. Then tell me why all of a sudden a crazy plot twist happens where Grushka and Katerina Ivana are both in the same place together. Right. They hit me with that. And Katerina Ivana kisses her. They're they're like basically flirting, having conversation, all lovey dovey dovey, right? And then Grushka is like, Katerina Ivana is like, she. This is also, we'll have a conversation with Dimitri and everything will be fixed, right? And then Grushka just like just stares like this, and she's like, or maybe I won't. Maybe I won't do it. I don't know. Maybe I would. Maybe a part of me was just do it just because I want to, and keep Dimitri to myself, and not fix this. Maybe his attention that he gives me is like so much at that moment. I only loved him for 1 hour. And Katerina Ivana, after doing all of that, after inviting this woman to her house, she just goes insane and she leaves. And it's just a huge shithole. She goes insane. Grushka leaves. So much. It's this book is so even hard to explain. It's so hard because there's so much drama, and you were in a place where you're just like, what is going on? Please leave me alone. Please leave me alone. That's how I feel reading this book. It was so much. There's so much yappery. Like, damn. But it was so good. That's how I feel about it. It's and then you feel good with the punches. It's like, damn, the punches are kind of making me feel good. That's what this book is. And the whole beef with the $3,000. Fyodor. Oh my god. Let's skip a bit. Let's talk about the Grand Inquisitor. The conversation between Ivan and Alyosha. Yeah. That whole thing is just, yeah, I can't even explain it. It's so much to it, so complex that I'll have to reread it to actually give you like a good representation of how it made me feel. It's just, it's a lot. It's a lot about God. A lot. Basically, the story of the Grand is considered is the church has taken over. The church is basically God on earth. And it kills a lot of people that disagree with it, Protestants, right? They kill a lot of people. But then Jesus Christ comes back in flesh, and he's saving, he's curing people. And then the Pope comes, and he's like, we're taking you away. And they have this such deep conversation at the cell, right? About God, about why have you come back, about how you came on earth when the people really just wanted to be told what to do. They didn't want freedom. And you have ruined everything that we have worked for, basically. He's going in, and how he basically, the church has ate the apple, and they now are worshiping the devil, and we're making the people feel so good about themselves. They're doing what Christ didn't accept when the devil came, and basically with one this you could take control and be the king of everything. And Jesus Christ denied the kingdom, and it's something that Christians nowadays still struggle with because they want to make the church involved with their political, with their religious beliefs, which God basically denied. Christ denied it. he goes a lot and says the difference between politics, but conservative Christians don't really like that. Kind of delusional. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know my opinion. That video I posted an hour ago, it was mostly about that topic on how am I do research into those people's minds to try to understand them in a deeper way, a better way. Nonetheless, getting off topic, but yeah, I love that part. The next part that I really like is with Father Sosima's brother when he's sick, right? And he's basically saying he's so lovey, bro. He's so lovey dovey. Let me find the. I got my phone on me. Oh, I don't got my phone on me, so I can't read through that part, unfortunately. But it was so beautiful. Actually, I am going to. Tap in with me, shorty. All right, so it goes something like this. I'm gonna read this whole thing, and you're gonna take it in. All right, let's go. It goes something like this. This is one of the parts that I really love. It made me feel Christ's love, right? Long time to live, a long time to rejoice. With you in life is gladsome, joyful. Oh dear heart, what sort of gladness is there for you if you burn with fever all night and cough as if your lungs were about to burst? Mama, he answered her, do not weep. Life is paradise, and we are all in paradise, but we do not know it. And if we did want to know it, tomorrow there will be paradise the world over. And everyone marveled at his word. He spoke so strangely and so decisively. Everyone was moved and wept. Acquaintance came to visit my beloved. He would say, my dear ones, how have I deserved your love? Why do you love such as one as I? And how is it that I did not know it, that I did not appreciate it? When the servants came in, he told them time and again, my beloved, my dear ones, why do you serve me? Am I worthy of being served? If God were to have mercy on me and let me live, I will begin serving you, for we almost serve each other. Oh my God. Yes, yes, this is what love is, bro. Wait, all right, I lost myself talking. Mother listened and shook her head. My dearest, it's your illness that makes you talk like that, Mama. My joy, he said. It's not possible for there to be no master and servant. But let me also be the servant of my servant, the same as they are to me. And I shall also tell you, dear mother, that each of us is guilty and everything before everyone. And I am most of all. The mother even smiled. She wept and smiled. How can it be, she said, that you are the most guilty before everyone? There are murderers and robbers, and how have you managed to sin so that you should accuse yourself most of all? Dear mother, heart of my heart, he said. He had then begun saying such unexpected, endearing words. Heart of my heart, my joyful one, you must know that barely each of us is guilty before everyone, for everyone and everything. I do not know how to explain it to you, but I feel this so strongly that it pains me. And how could we have lived before getting angry and not knowing anything? Thus he awoke every day with more and more tenderness, rejoicing and all trembled with love. The doctor will come, the old German, I don't know his name, used to come to us. Well, what do you think, doctor? Shall I live one more day? He would joke with him, not just one day, you will live many days. He was lying. The doctor will answer, you will live, exclaim. Why count the days when even one day is enough for a man to know all happiness? Oh, my dearest, why do we quarrel? So I'm sick. Boast before each other. Remember each other as a friend. Let us go to the garden. Let us walk and play and love and praise and kiss each other and bless our life. He's not long for this world. Your son, the doctor said that mother, as she saw him to the porch from sickness, he is falling into madness. Madness. Amen. Something about that passion is something that I want to talk about deeply when it comes to just love, bro. This book, it paints the perfect picture of what love is. God is love, bro. And if any religion is not preaching that type of what I just read to you, that type of love, that type of like just not feeling like you're above everybody and just serving each other like I'm like just so much selfless. It's so beautiful and I love it. I love it so much. Yeah. Now let's talk about the other part of it with Father Sosima, which is so sad that his death and those Orthodox people that just like when it smelled, they just started going insane at him and calling him a false prophet, bro. That made me so mad. It made me have a little bit of hatred, to say the least. But let's go to Father Sosima when he truly awakened and he tapped into what his brother was tapping into once before he died. Tap in, young king. We're reading this for the people, for my future kids. Beating his fellow man, what a crime. It was as if a sharp needle went through my soul. I stood as if days and the sun was shining. The leaves were rejoicing, glistening, and the birds were praising God. Covered my face with my hands, fell on my bed and burst into sobs. And then I remember my brother Markel and his words to the servant before his death. My good ones, my dear ones, why are you serving me? Why do you love me? And am I worthy of being served? Yes, I am worthy. Something leaped into my mind. Indeed, how did I deserve that another man just like me, the image and likeness of God, should serve me? Yes, yes, yes. This question, just like me, this question then pierced my mind for the first time in my life. Mother, hearts of my hearts, truly each of us is guilty before everyone and for everyone. Only people do not know it. And if they knew it, the world at once become paradise. Lord, I wept and thought, can that possibly not be true? Indeed, I am perhaps the most guilty of all. And the worst of all men in the world as well, and suddenly the whole truth appeared to me in its full enlightenment. What was I setting out to do? I was setting out to kill a kind, intelligent, noble man who was not at fault before me in any way, thereby depriving his wife of happiness forever, tormenting and killing her. I lay there flat on my bed, my face pressed into the pillow, not noticing how the time passed. Only my commandant, the lieutenant, came in with a pistol to fetch me. All he said is good. You're up already. Let's be off. It's time. I began rushing about, quite at a loss, but still we went out to the carriage. Wait a bit, I said to him. I must run back. And for a moment, I forgot in my purse. I ran back into the house alone, straight to forgive me. I said, he straight to Aphanias's room. Aphanias, I said yesterday, I struck you twice in the face. Forgive me. I said he stared as if we were afraid, and I saw that it was not enough, not enough. And suddenly, just as I was imploding, in order to throw myself at his feet with my forehead to the ground, forgive me, said, at that, he was completely astonished. Your honor, my dear master, but how can you? I'm not worthy. And he suddenly began weeping himself, just as I had done shortly before, covered his face with both hands, turned to the window, and began shaking a lot of it with tears. I ran out to my comrades, jumped into the carriage, and shouted, drive. Have you ever seen winners? I cried to him. Here's one right in front of you. Such ecstasy was in me. I was laughing, talking all the way. I don't remember what I was talking about. He looked at me. Hey, you're a fine fellow, brother. I can see you're dishonor the regiment. So we came to the place and they were already there waiting for us. So basically after that, they were going to duel and he didn't shoot. He shot up. Beautiful storytelling. Beautiful storytelling. And I love the father Sosima. He was a shining light for Christ in the story. He was some characters, some stories, some people I just live in love, and that's how I see God. That's how I see Christ. Beauty, beautiful love, justice. If it doesn't embody it, then it's not God or Christ. I really love that. I really love this book because it made me feel. I cried at that part. I really cried. Now let's go on to the next. Now after that we have there's so much. I'm already 29 minutes in. Damn. Can I keep going? I mean, intake. I'm at a T. If you couldn't tell, if you watched this whole video, I am sick out of my mind. Truly, God is good. What God are we talking about? Next, one of the most touching parts. We're going to talk about one of the most touching parts, and a part that left me just extremely insane. Cause like, what is this? What is this? It's so crazy. I'm not really going to talk much. I'm gonna skip the ending part, and just talk about how the ending made me feel. But let's talk about these three parts. First, let's go in with the uh this part. Oh my god, it's so beautiful. One of the parts that I really like Alyosha's character saying where it really shined. Katerina Ivana sent Alyosha to give a peasant who was beaten by Dmitri 300 pockets, I guess. Yeah. He went in there, he saw the family. The family was crumbling. It was really poor. Really, really poor. They had no money. They had, with like 10 pockets, you could like treat the people, but they couldn't even treat them. That's how poor they were. They had no money. They had like 4 family members, and the mother was horrible and sick. The, the family was sick as well. The sisters and the boy also got sick at the end. But it was at the ending part where the father and Elsa got outside, and the father was talking about with this money, with this 300 kit, whatever that word is, with this 300, right? I'm gonna be able to buy healed my daughter, help my other daughter with her studies, buy something for my son, buy a house, move out. And truly, it's so life changing. So life changing. It's gonna be so beautiful. And he's going in. He's going deeply in how thankful he is. He has the money in his hand and he throws to the ground. He's like, "How will my son feel? How will my son feel if I took money from like this from you? How will my son feel?" He left crying. And as he left crying, I started crying. It was such a beautiful storytelling. I loved it. Yes, it's not being told through me in a good way. I feel like you should read the book yourself. And this is not a very, intelligent way to explain this book. I really loved it. So, yeah, I can express it through my feelings, not through my words. Now, a part that had me going insane was when Dimitri had then left the house after attacking Piotr. What's shorty name? After attacking the servant, after attacking the servant, he with blood, he was going insane because Grishka was with her ex-man, right? Grishka was with her ex-man, and he was going insane. He went inside, right? He started gambling with the people and going insane, right? I don't know how to explain this, but they just started partying, right? They just started partying, they started singing, they started having a fun time. And then Grushka got in the mic and she's like, "The cow go moo moo, the cat go meow meow." And that went for a whole chapter. Just her going through animals and just hearing the animal's voice. And I'm like, this is after he killed Fyodor. So I'm going insane mentally because I don't know what's going on. And then they arrest him. They have this whole scene. Oh, so irritating. No, I just want to... The ending, I didn't really like it. I'll be honest with you. I did not like how Ivan went crazy. Started seeing demons and shit. But I will rate this book at 8 out of 10. Yes, I did not explain it fully. This is not a book where you go and intake the backshots of this whole book. Go read it yourself, dumbass. Nonetheless, I loved the great experience. I feel like everybody should experience this. You should read it more than once. Because I read this one time and kept it pushing, man. Shout out for anybody that watched this whole thing through. You wasted 34 minutes of your life.